Bills, Eagles. Listen, I'll be honest with you. Halfway through that second half, I'm texting with Jake Culp, Rich Eisen Show, social media. Sorry, Grand Maester. That's not your role anymore.
I'm saying no.
You've graduated.
But like I came up with that.
Now, Jake, all the reels that you see,
do his own.
on our Instagram.
There's no
and
way
TikTok.
Jake has seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly. Jake's
come on.
Jake's
No, I'm the Grand
Jake's young
Maester.
enough. He's young enough.
Yeah.
He's young enough
I'm just
of
saying.
be known. At any rate, long story short, Jake's an Eagles fan. I text him. I'm like, you know what? You should put together a little montage of all the times I've said on the Rich Eisen Show or in my office having instant reactions to Eagles losses in their 3-game losing streak, telling Eagles fans to relax. Relax. Because yesterday, after get-right games against the Raiders and the Commanders, they go into a weather/football cauldron in Highmark Stadium.
It was ugly.
And perform way better in the elements than the home team and take a 13-0 lead. And I'm feeling it. Because, out of everything else around here, I like being right the most.
You've mentioned that before.
And I'm telling Eagles fans to relax again by using previous moments when I told Eagles fans to relax.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would kind of have that in my back pocket. Well, right around the top of the fourth quarter, when the Bills started gaining some momentum and yards, and the Eagles still hadn't had a completed pass since the second quarter, I text Jake these 3 words. Hold that edit.
Old.
Hold that edit.
Old.
Hold the edit. And the Bills scored a touchdown, finally, against an Eagles defense that was all over the place, right? They were all on top of Josh Allen. That moment where Josh Allen took a sack on third down to get him out of field goal range.
Yeah, he must have ran 20 yards backwards.
Fox did a great job with that. They came back from commercial break with Tom Brady expertly breaking down why that third down play got blown up. They had a man beater on a defense that looked like it was going to be man, and then they play zone, and it's covered, and Josh Allen takes the sack, and Jalen Carter gets him down back by the midfield logo, and then they cut to a split-screen reaction of Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator of the Eagles, celebrating on the left, and Joe Brady, the OC of the Bills, on the right, basically cursing at the world. That was great. What a moment that was. And I'm like, this is just not going to be the Bills' day. They scored a touchdown. And then Jalen Carter somehow, some way, gets off the ground. He's a freakish athlete.
Yeah. How did he fall to the Eagles?
Well, there's some flags involved in that.
Well.
He somehow blocks Michael Badgley's extra point. Makes it 13-6. And you're thinking to yourself, all right, that's not that bad. Now they can't win the game with another touchdown unless they, go for 2.
Utah, give me 2.
And that's what happened because the Eagles did not complete a pass in the second half of this football game, period, at all.
Insane.
0 points, full Blutarski in terms of passing yards in the second half. Nothing.
How's that possible?
I watched it with my own 2 eyes, and Eagles fans will tell you it's the offense.
0.0.
While the Bills got the ball back. And I don't know how much this final drive for the Bills may be the most I've second-guessed any play snap to snap all season long. You know what I mean? Like that was something watching this drive when they're right before the 2-minute warning, run the ball. And I'm like, running the ball deep in your own end when you're down by 7 and you haven't really done a lick on offense, that's the luxury people have when you don't want to give the ball back to another team with too much time left on the clock. You're not in that position to just let it go down to the 2-minute warning. And So that second down play leads to a third down play where for some reason he throws it out wide to Ty Johnson on the right and allows this Eagles defense to go sideline to sideline? What are we doing? And I'm like, I like the third down play way less than I loved the second down play, which I didn't love at all. And then the fourth down play where he throws it to Shakir and flips it to, was it Johnson? On a little hook and lateral for a first down. I'm like, okay, now that's it. I was second-guessing one snap, loving that snap. And then he finds Brandon Cooks so damn far down the middle. I'm like thinking this, now you can start taking time off the clock, which they did. And then they score a touchdown to Dawson Knox until it wasn't. Holy crap. They're down at the 1.5 yard line. Now you just got to shove it in the end zone, which is what they did. And now what do? I didn't like the choice of going for 2. Now listen, Josh Allen is clearly not healthy. 1. 2, you've got no faith in your kicker who's missed 2 kicks already. So what do? Do you go with, you have your 3 choices if you're the head coach. You go with your all-world injured or hurt, if you will, quarterback in the elements, 1 shot to win it or lose it. You go with the place kicker in the elements, 1 shot to tie it or lose it. Or do you go into overtime against an offense in the Philadelphia Eagles who haven't gotten a completed pass in a half? I would have chosen that option. I would have chosen it because that's what I chose before. And then I saw I guess this is the hook 'em horns is the symbol in the National Football League to go for 2.
Go for 2. 2.
Okay. They do. Obviously, the dialed up play was there. And of all things, Josh Allen missed the throw. Here was the coach afterwards.
Want to be aggressive, going for the win. We feel like, only a certain amount of time left at that point, and felt like we had a great call, great opportunity to go win it, and I'm going to be aggressive, so I'm not going to sit back.
Did having the kick blocked earlier impact your decision making?
Potentially. It wasn't everything, but I trust Josh Allen with the ball in his hands, and I'd do it over again.
Okay. Hey, I can't fault his thinking. Can you? I can't fault his thinking. And I said it before the play call, which was there. And then Josh Allen, of all people, couldn't execute it. And the Bills wind up 1 2-point conversion shy from forcing the issue to win the division to Week 18. So, I don't have an answer other than the fact of the Bills are going to be a tough out. If I'm the Bills, I understand next week could possibly be the last game in the old stadium. But sitting Josh Allen and letting Trubisky handle Week 18 against the Jets, maybe you give Josh a series so he could just wave to everybody. I don't know. Does that matter? Having him healthy for a first-round visit to Jacksonville or a first-round visit to New England, 100% trumps all that. Certainly since he is definitely going to want to play, I imagine. Listen to how he sounded after the game yesterday.
They got a good defense. That's the defending Super Bowl champs for a reason. They had a good plan. They get paid on that side of the football too, so again, it just comes down to us executing, making one more play than they did, and obviously we saw that we didn't make that last play. I didn't make that last play, so, yeah.
Get ready for Jacksonville, which I think is going to be the AFC South winner. All they got to do is beat Tennessee, and they host whoever is going to be the 6th seed, most likely, or get ready for New England or Denver. Could be either one of those. And you better be spry for all of them. So it stinks. That was a tough way to go out. against the Eagles, a measuring stick game. But bottom line is both of these teams are looking a little flawed going into the next season. And the Eagles at least are going to be home. The Bills are going to have to be on the road. And if they are the 7th seed, then next week's game is going to be the final game in the old stadium. But the fact is you want to have a parade outside that old stadium, and the best way to do that is make sure Josh Allen is healthy. Certainly if you're going to, utilize him in every possible way, because outside of James Cook, I'm looking around for a playmaker on offense.
Yep,
and
exactly.
Brandon Cooks coming up with a 100-yard game for his 6th different franchise, which is tied for an NFL record, may just be the guy. We'll see. That'd be ironic if Brandon Cooks goes into New England and helps the Bills move on. But that's for, again, another day.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.